welcome to episode 4 of Blood, Sweat and Beers. Hello, Loz, again, me and you.
Nice to be here.
We are back at base camp today because Loz has to work on Sunday, so we had to improvise. We don't have a lovely buffet like we did at Max's. Nearly hasn't gone too much effort for us. We've only got sweets.
We've got some sweets,
Yeah, it'll do.
Sweets.
Yeah, we'll let her off. We're going to start off with splitting the Labrador.
Yeah, splitting the Labrador.
Because we don't have any Guinness, we don't have any Guinness glasses, so Loz has improvised.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever tried splitting a Labrador.
Yeah, so it's your idea. I'll let you go first. Unbelievable.
So are we going on the Labrador's nose?
Yeah, cut his head in half.
Okay.
You're going to lose again. It's too much.
Oh, look at that. Have I done it?
Nah, that's the mouth.
That's 3 millimeters.
Okay, well, I'm going to try this. Oh.
You're joking.
I've absolutely done it. Wait till it settles down. Thank you very much. Enjoy. That's 3 weeks in a row, just to let you know you've lost. That's 3 weeks. Lost 3 weeks.
Which one more?
That's 3 weeks in a row, man.
I want to enjoy my drink this week. No, I'm going to neck the peach, mango and lime finest Aldi cider.
Go on then, 3 weeks in a row. I've got a bit left, mate. You can have some.
I've got a little bit.
You don't have that then. Right, so this week I drove up to Wetherby to meet the man behind North Rugby.
Yeah.
Mike Brown, member at Billingham Rugby Club. He's the guy that does the North of Rugby Facebook page and has organised the North-East game that is at Huddersfield next week.
Yeah, I'm playing in that one. Looking forward to it. We've got another Huddersfield player, Billy Hammond, playing as well.
Yeah, it should be a good day, that. Great game.
We need people to get down and watch, support the North Rugby and Huddersfield Rugby Club. It's going to be a class day.
Yeah. So we drove up, had about a 15-20 minute conversation. Hell of a nice guy, loves rugby. And it was just nice chatting to him, hearing someone else's opinion about our leagues and the level we're at.
Yeah.
So we'll cross over to that now. Sweat and Beers. We're here in Wetherby at the Horse and Hound with Mike Brown from Billingham Rugby Club. He is the genius, the legend behind North Rugby that started a season ago, 2 seasons ago.
No, it was about 6 years ago I've been doing it.
Really?
6 years, yeah.
Well, I should pay more attention, shouldn't I? But the North-East, North-West games only. This is the second game that's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So go on, talk us through why, how, what made you decide to do that?
Great question. So I actually started, I say, about 6 years ago. So Billingham were playing in what was then not the North Premier, it was called.
Yes.
And then the RFU decided they wanted to regionalise everything, which meant it's gone from being a National 3 league to a regionalised league. And at that point, all the exposure for the clubs just went. So they weren't under the National League. Which cheesed me off a little bit. And I did ask the National League at the time why, and I didn't get a reply.
Shock is the RFU, isn't it?
Shock, yeah. So, like I said, I just took it upon myself. I was doing a bit of the social work for Billingham.
Yeah.
And I love the standard of rugby. There's some absolutely amazing, not only just players, but the clubs, the volunteers. I speak to amazing people. It's fantastic. I just love. I'm passionate about the league. Even when it regionalised and Billingham even got promoted, I still committed. I wanted to do it. I enjoy doing it. And then I got asked about pitching the big match between the two leagues when it was regionalised, when we did the first team of the year. And I thought it was just a great idea. Didn't think it would take off. I didn't think North Rugby would take off the way it has in the last couple of years. But it's fantastic. But the whole purpose for me is just about rugby in the North. It's not about me. It's not about the socials. It's about giving the exposure, bringing the brand awareness to the clubs, because there is some fantastic clubs. I'm meeting some fantastic people. I would never meet you in person if it wasn't for this.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm meeting some fantastic people, and you know what? I'm a rugby nose.
Yeah.
I love rugby. I can talk rugby all day.
Good. We might be here a while.
So, yeah.
No, I think most of the players and everybody you speak to think it's a hell of an idea that you come. Because at our league, it's hard to get into the Yorkshire team if you think of the teams that they are. There's not enough recognition.
Yeah.
So the 2 teams that you've done, I think it's a brilliant idea, concept. And I think the players really value it as well. They get it's appreciation for everything they do, isn't it?
Absolutely, and I think to get county honours, you've got Cheshire in the county final, Yorkshire in the county final, Yorkshire, Chris Moore, Will Scorley, but they've had an extended squad, Charles Morgan, to get into that and get recognition, it's fantastic. Obviously, it's their ability, it's nothing to do with me, but if I could just try and help along the way by giving those people a bit of exposure and the clubs that exposure, that's a massive plus for me, and it's a massive plus for the North. The only thing for me is now the challenge is to try and get the RFU recognition for the rugby in the North. Steve Borthwick did a little bit by bringing England up to York recently, but there's still not enough. There's still not enough happening in the North for me in terms of the RFU and the exposure.
I think you make a good point, man. That's really why me and Loz started doing this podcast, is to talk about our level and below, because I think Championship gets a bit of exposure, Premiership gets way too much for my liking.
Yeah,
people forget about our leagues. So we started this for that reason, to talk about our leagues, good players in our league. And then I thought, why not bring you on? Because that's your goal as well. And I think the 2 of us can work absolutely brilliant together going forward with this.
Yeah, no, I think it's a fantastic idea. It was inevitable that someone would bring out something, and everybody talking about rugby in the North, irrespective of what level, is brilliant.
Yeah, just every week get a different player on, talking to you more often. I think we need more exposure for players, especially, and clubs.
Players, clubs, the volunteers. Obviously, volunteers are underrated, aren't they? They're the backbone of the club. The players could do the stuff on the pitch on the day, but it's all the behind the scenes guys. So yeah,
exactly. This game next Saturday, 21st, at Huddersfield. Now it's been changed to Huddersfield. Tell us a bit about the organisation that goes into something like that.
First up, let me just thank Sharpie and Huddersfield. I know it's your club, but
happy with that.
It's been a bit of a stressful couple of weeks, but massive thank you to Huddersfield and Sharpie for taking over the game. Chris Moore for organising it. Help of Loz, I've just found out as well, ruining a day trip. But
it ruins a lot, mate. Don't worry.
But it's another example of the clubs in this league, of how generous and how fantastic they are, just opening the arms up to me. I ask a lot. I don't really give that much, other than to say we're playing a game of rugby. But yeah, in terms of organisation, it's been stressful, this one.
I can imagine.
So I did a lot of research beforehand, and before I choose any dates, venues and stuff like that. And yeah, the RFU have always done the county finals. The latest they've done it in about 5 years is the 15th of June, nothing after that. So I chose the week after, thinking that'll be it done. But yeah, then ruined the plans. Cheshire in the final, Yorkshire in the final. But a lot of lads have bought in massively, and I can't thank them enough.
Definitely.
Some fantastic coaches. Lads running around left, right and centre for me, helping me out. So it's been really good.
I think it's going to be a hell of a game. Who's your money on this season?
You know what? There's 2 unbelievable squads.
Yeah.
I think I shared it on the social yesterday. I think there's 19 teams from the 2 leagues represented.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is more than ever last year. Some real bruisers in the forwards.
Yeah, there are.
And the backs for both sides rapid and can play with the ball.
I think it's going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it, actually.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Let's hope the weather's good for it now.
Hopefully not too hot for the forwards. I have to look after the big boys. Last year it was really, really hot. We had about 600-700. If I can get the same attendance that we did this year,
I think it's going to get bigger. I think you'll have 1,000 this season. Hopefully. Honestly, think so.
It'd be amazing if we did. It'd be amazing.
Yeah. It'd be amazing if you can push us and we actually have to rent a stadium to get it in. Like Donny Knights play it there, because you can get quite a bit in there.
You know what? It's the goal. And having like someone like Tommy and Sam Bedlow, Byron previously, it's like, if we can get it into some sort of stadium.
Yep.
This year we've got the ladies' game. Thank you to Tyler and Sarah. Is that they came to me a couple of weeks ago with an idea about a curtain raiser. So they've been frantically running around trying to get players. So this year is a bit of a tester for the ladies' game. You know, I don't care who's playing, men, women. as long as it's rugby in the north,
Yep.
and it's getting the exposure. I think we'll have a good curtain raiser next year. My aim is to make it bigger, just on the same level as the men's,
Yep.
and play that game of rugby. They'll have their own kit, their own sponsors, their own coaches, and we'll really kick it on.
That's brilliant, mate. You've done a great job. Well done for that. Obviously, you're from Billingham.
Yes.
Season went well. You stayed up last game against Harrogate, wasn't it?
Harrogate,
You
yeah.
had to get a bonus point.
You have to get a bonus
yeah.
point. We did it in
20 minutes or something.
20 odd minutes, yeah. We went a little bit awry after that, got beat, but we got the bonus point that we needed. Yeah, it was fun. It's really fun. We've had a good couple of years in the league. We've enjoyed it. Played some historic clubs, your Yartleys and Rotherham Titan, Leeds Tykes. So to go to those teams and see the history, it's been amazing.
How have you guys felt in National 2? Is that your level? How are you guys feeling?
I think there's talk amongst the lads is that we punch well above our weight. We know that there's teams above us that are bigger, better, stronger, faster. But we just compete, and we'll fight. We'll fight all day long. And if we pick up bonus points, we pick up wins. We target certain games. Our Peter Evans, the director of rugby, Dan Finney, the head coach. They really do work behind the scenes, and there's a lot of man hours go on behind the scenes, prepping for games. And we've got a statistician now who reviews games, and we're digging deep.
Yeah, but you've done well. It's 2 seasons up there.
2 seasons.
And it's not easy up there.
No, not at all, mate.
I mean, look what happened to us in National 2 last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a tough place to be.
Yeah, it can be really hard. It can be a really dark time, especially when you're getting beat and you see your scorelines going 60, 70 points every week. And then, if you can nick that bonus point out of some games.
You've got to get them. Yeah, very true.
And you know what? We were teased a little bit for celebrating bonus points, but, every bonus point counts. Yeah, we'll take every point.
It's kept you up, so.
Absolutely, yeah, exactly.
On the league restructuring, let's start with, obviously, us going to the West.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on what they've done with the leagues?
My personal opinion, it's a bit crazy. I can understand it. I've just been sent actually some notes and meeting minute notes, I suppose, from the National League. So they are looking to restructure the whole National to North
in 26-27.
26-27, and they're going to be putting it at North and South again.
Good.
So then you don't have that whole travel issue. So Lim and Chester, Macclesfield last year got stitched up a little bit.
Yeah.
But this year, Chester and Lim,
Lim have got stitched up last.
Yeah, and I've got a lot of time for the Lim boys.
Yeah, they're really good. It's a good club, Lim.
Yeah, really, really good. Built solid foundations. But yeah, it'll only benefit. Taking away the Papa Johns, I'm not sure.
I would take it away.
But then you have the whole playoff system, and I think that's probably. I think it's a good idea having a playoff system, just not the extended bit at the end of it. I think we have to go and play the league.
Yeah, we're all home and away in the quarterfinals, and after that we were broken.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So yeah, for us at Huddersfield going to the West, it's nice because we play different teams we've not played in years, but we lose all our local derbies.
Yeah, with your closest
so it's money in the club that goes missing as well.
Yeah,
because Heath, we get 600-700 people to that game. Clec is a massive crowd. We won't have that with these games. So I don't know if they thought about that. Because Rochdale are in the east, but they could have just kept them in the west. And I don't know how that makes sense.
I can understand teams like Penrith coming over. They've done the northeast, but Kendal, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yourselves, I don't get that one, to be honest. But you know what? If we look at, it's not going to change. We go with it, but you know what? I think Huddersfield have got a really good chance this year if they can keep performing the way that they did last year.
It'll be nice.
They'll build up on the second half of the season.
Yeah.
It'll be a good competitive league.
Yeah,
really good competitive league.
It is a tough league. Me and Loz were saying some of it's almost tougher than National 2.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't get refed as well. Let's say the refs are good. And the packs are a lot bigger in a different way.
Yeah, I think the referees have it harder.
Yeah, because they don't have the help.
They don't have the necessary help yet. But the talent in this league is unbelievable. You know, Rossendale last year, you know, you had your Byron, your Dennis Solomon, Clec, you've got Gareth, I mean, you've got Gareth Widdop, you've got some talent being attracted to these leagues, which is pushing on the quality of these leagues. And the standard of this level is getting better. And someone said something previously, and I can't remember where, I apologise, but the question, the gap, it was actually in the minutes notes from the National League, the gap between regional and national is growing. And I question that.
Oh, I don't know.
I doubt that. I think that was
that.
a bold statement to make, but you look at Lynn, who finished second or third in the table. Your Harrogate, your Huddersfield, your Billings, your Bladens, they've all been there, done it, and held their own. So it's a bit of a bold statement to make.
No, it's good that they're reviewing it. It's about bloody time. Right, I've got a couple of quick fire questions for you.
Hit me.
Right, this is about Billingham, so you're going to stitch some people up here.
Yeah.
Okay. First one. The funniest person on the team on an away trip and why?
So I can only talk, obviously, my playing days. They're long gone. I wasn't very good, so I didn't do that many away trips. But we had two particular twins, a couple of my best mates, Paul and Craig, just absolute loose cannons. They could cause trouble anywhere, whether it be bar fights, bus, getting beat up, chucking stuff on the bus to change the romantics. They'll all be at the forefront of it. But yeah, even to this day, we were out on Friday night for our club dinner, and they were just both causing absolute mayhem. 40-year-olds still causing absolute hell.
I'm aware. I know how that feels, don't worry. But don't you think the bus trips and away games have changed in the last 10, 15 years?
Absolutely, yeah. So I was actually thinking about this on the way down when you sent me some questions. The whole dynamic after a game has changed.
Yeah.
I still think we need to try and keep some of that tradition.
Massively.
We have to keep it behind closed doors, a bit more than previously. But yeah, what we used to get up to, 10, 15.
I think it was a lot worse 10, 15 years ago than what it is now.
Yeah.
It's calmed down a lot, which I wish we can go back.
And you know what? These don't help. Social media doesn't help.
Very true.
If you can wipe all that, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
you should have a book in the front of the bus. Phones in there for an hour.
Yeah.
So no one can record or do anything.
Yeah.
And just do what you want.
Absolutely, 100%.
Right, the grumpiest player in the club at the moment.
I'll talk my best mate, Kyle Scott, former first team front rower. Hates losing. The most competitive man.
Yeah.
He actually even made, and I'll give him a shout out because he made his National 2 debut because we were short in the front row.
Yeah.
40-year-old came and played in the front row. So yeah,
hey, 40's not that old, mate.
It's not that old.
Just to let you know, I'm 41.
But to compete against some of these
I get you. I get you.
We had a guy called Jordan Falls, Mad Dog. Unfortunately, he's got a really bad injury. He's another competitive. He was called Mad Dog for a reason. Absolute screw loose. Dislocated his knee and still wanted to play. But yeah, no, he was really grumpy. He hated losing. If he lost, he was out the club. He didn't come back in the club. He was gone. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. We'll give it to him then. If the Billingham team washed up on a desert island, which of the team would suggest killing and eating another member of the team first? It's going to have to be the props, aren't they? Otherwise, they're going to starve.
I'm gonna go fridge. Kieran Clark. I love the kid, and he's an unbelievable player. But I can't have one of the backs. It'd be like spare rib. So I'm going for the props.
Yeah, fair enough. If you had to spend a weekend on an island with 3 players or members of the club, who would they be?
Good question. We've got a core group of my age group that I grew up with playing minis and juniors, but to pick 2 of them, or 3 of them. Sorry, I'd go AJ, former first team hooker, Dan Robbo, former first team prop, and Kyle Scott.
Okay.
I'd have to go with them 3. Absolute lunatics on the drink, but dead handy when sober.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they can build things, construct things. I can relax. I'll try and do something technical wise, but that's about it.
And then the last one, which is the worst away changing rooms that you've been to?
You're stitching me up with this one, aren't you?
I am 100%. I'll tell you mine when I'm done. When you've answered it.
Worst away trip. So we have a couple of rough ones up in the north. They have improved, but Hartlepool Old Boys was one of them. They have done a lot of renovations, so credit to them.
Yeah.
Playing up at this level, Macclesfield. Love Macclesfield as a club and the players, but it wasn't the greatest, I want to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine's probably going to have to, and we've played them twice this year. Wirral. Hate going there. Just hate that place. It's probably my worst place in the country to go to. The nice set of lads off the pitch, I just hate going there.
Yeah, they're
so Wirral.
Tough place to go to as well.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, really tough.
And then probably Cleck's up there, even though I coached them for a long time. As a visitor, Cleck's terrible to go to. Changing rooms up there, and you've got to go up the stairs, and it's cold and that. So probably them two for me. But yeah, I wanted to congratulate you on your Club Man of the Year award. I know you said not to mention it, but well done, mate. It takes a lot of effort doing that, and I think you need a lot of recognition for what you're doing anyway. Because it can't be easy. You don't get paid for any of it.
No, I don't. It's one of the things. I don't get paid. I don't get any money from anything. The sponsorship goes and pays for like the shirts and shorts, and I rely on people so like Halbro, Nigel Beattie. I've got a massive thank you to him. He's been a driving force behind most of the stuff in the last few years, and like people like Jim's Jersey, Harry Blackwell, I played in the game last year. Have been fantastic and really supportive. But yeah, I don't do any of it for money. I've got a job, I've got a family who support me not doing all of this. I just love rugby. I love this. I love the environment. I love being in around the clubs and stuff like that. So,
brilliant, mate.
Yeah.
No, but thanks for tonight. I'm not going to keep you much longer. I look forward to chatting to you a lot more going forward.
Yeah, I can't wait for the season. I can't wait for next Saturday. So
that's going to be really good. Huddersfield, 3 o'clock kickoff.
3 o'clock kickoff, 12:30-ish for the women's game, curtain raiser. To amazing squad. Squads get announced this weekend. So prior to probably the show going out, just keep an eye out on the talent that's coming.
Yeah, brilliant, man. Thanks for coming. Really appreciate it. Loz isn't here tonight because he's working. It's a nice peaceful evening for me. No dirty pints either, so it's quite nice. Yeah, good luck with the game.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, awesome. Cheers, buddy. Thank you. Did you watch the interview then? Yeah. Did you pay attention? I think?
Yeah. Right. So that was an interesting interview. Thank you to you for doing all that. One of the questions I had about the interview was, so this is the picture I have of Mike on my WhatsApp. Look at that handsome chap, full head of hair and everything. Do you think he looks a little bit different to real life?
Yeah, he's changed slightly.
I think you've gone on a date and you've been catfished there, mate.
I reckon. Sorry, mate.
Sorry, mate.
Sorry, mate. We had to do it. To be fair, hell of a nice bloke.
Looks handsome as well in that picture.
No, very nice. Very nice. No, a hell of a nice bloke. Just loves the game. Does so much for the game as well and doesn't get paid for it. And we need people like that in the game, especially at our level.
Yeah, he knows a lot about North Rugby, from it being National 2. Now it's called North 1, East and West, and now he's got experience with Billingham in National 2 North as well. Yeah,
no, good guy. I had a great interview with him. We are looking to work with each other a lot more going forward. So yeah, appreciate that, Mike. Thanks a lot, mate, and good luck next weekend. I will be there to help you, and good luck to you playing 80 minutes, from what I've heard.
No, I think 30.
Yeah, so. Right.
Oh yeah. So now we need to move on to one of my funny stories. We missed one last week, didn't we? Because Chris had his story to tell.
Okay.
So this one is from when I played at Sale FC. Very competitive club, playing in National 1 now. We were in National 2 North at the time, so I thought it'd be good because it relates to all our North Rugby stuff. And pre-season there was bloody tough because you couldn't miss a session, because then the other guy in your position would get in front of you in the squad, that kind of thing. There was probably 35 real quality players down there. So competition was very high. So I think with playing like semi-professional rugby, it's really demanding. And so people are doing like full days of graft and then coming straight to training and then grafting at training. And this individual who I'm talking about, he's named after a popular confectionery that you can buy in Krispy Kreme. And so he turned up to training and he'd not had any tea and was starving. He'd been grafting all day. I think he was like digging road up or something like that. pretty sure.
Yeah.
And he was sat eating a spam panini. I mean, spam panini is quite a popular choice. I was smelling, thinking this smells bloody good.
But just before training.
But I would not choose to eat a spam panini.
Yeah.
Had a nice bit of cheese on it, a bit of ketchup with it. But I think that's going to upset my tummy. That is. So we start doing the pre-season. We had the pre-season session, but I'm not good at that, and he's the same size as me, so he's another tighthead prop. And so he was running up and down, and we're like not letting the other person get in front, and he starts farting, right? And it stunk, and I was gipping as I was running. On the next set of Broncos, his farting turned into something worse, and he shat himself as he was running. But fair play to this guy, he didn't want to lose to me,
and he kept running with it.
So he just shat himself. Sorry, I'm going to say shat.
Yeah, you could say shat.
So we'll go. He diarrheaed himself. He diarrheaed himself mid run, and he just kept on going. And I thought, what a guy, what a legend. I'm not wanting him to beat me. He's wanting to beat me. He's going. There's crap coming out of him.
Wow, he really wanted that shot.
Yeah. Then we had like a 5-minute rest, and he just threw his pants into the bush, full of
Oh.
But then we did the next set, and I was next to the bush, and I just couldn't cope. I was every time I ran past it, I was gipping.
Oh.
But yeah, that's how competitive these sessions get, and it's just one of the horrific things I've seen at rugby training.
That's terrible.
Yeah, thanks.
I think we've all done that by accident, no, not on purpose.
I've never full on diarrheaed myself at training.
I have running onto the pitch. I've had to turn around and run back into the changing rooms.
Yeah, same actually. Yeah.
So I've done that before.
I've never had a spam panini in the
no, that's a bit daft,
before
isn't
a
it?
session,
with cheese and ketchup on as well, which makes it worse.
Yeah.
No, that's a lot worse. Right, so we did another challenge this week, didn't we?
We did, and the stakes are high as well. As usual, we did a competition, and the loser does a dirty pint made by the winner. Let's go and have a look at the results.
Right, this week we're doing a crossbar challenge. The first one to hit wins, and then the other person gets to do a dirty pint.
I'm not losing 2 weeks in a row. What if you hit it now? I lose.
So 2 weeks in a row, I have now lost. So I'm losing all the challenges, and Loz is losing all the split the Labrador and split the G's. So it's balancing itself out, really, isn't it? But
it is, yeah.
Another dirty pint for me, and let's see what he's got in store for us this week.
Right, I'll just go over to the fridge to get my ingredients out.
Just do it in that little glass, mate. You really don't need a pint glass. Are you going to test it first?
Anything I give to you, I'll test.
Oh, I'll do the same for you then.
Here we are. So we've got some Fanta fruit twist, popular drink. We have a nice condiment of Aldi's Metro marinara sauce, and we have some semi-skim milk. So we'll start with the marinara sauce.
Yeah, that's enough. That's like seriously enough.
Oh, it smells nice, that does.
Have you got a bucket? Oh, mate, no, like seriously.
Looks nice, that does.
Yeah, no, it looks brilliant.
Oregano in that.
We do have an agreement, yeah? You've got to take a sip first.
Here we are. It's really nice.
Oh, mate, no.
Give it a try.
That smells like sick. It seriously does.
Get it down, yeah.
Oh, my word.
Fair play, that tastes disgusting, that.
Yeah, that's terrible. Oh.
Left that sauce in bottom.
Yeah, I'm not having the sauce. You can bug off. Cheers, mate. Spit it out. Spit it out.
Oh, that sauce is nice at the bottom.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that, mate. I appreciate it. I'm going to make sure I win a challenge for a change.
Oh, that's disgusting. That.
Yeah, let me have a sip of this. Wow. It smelled like sick.
I don't want you throwing up in the house, mate. So,
yeah, let's move on. Player profile, who have you got for us this week?
right. So we've got this week gone for another player from Sale FC, a guy called Chris Mayer. He is a really talented centre. He played at Wigan Warriors Rugby League. He then went to Sale Sharks and played like 85 something games, and then went to Wasps and Northampton, and he played somewhere abroad. I can't remember where it was now. But yeah, very, very talented player. He even scored a try in the Premiership final. He doesn't like to talk about it though.
Comes to Sale. Healy. He's dropped it. And the Sale fans might get their moment. It's Mayer. Chris Mayer. Just listen to this.
What's a highlight here was these leagues, so the old National 3, which is now North 1, East and West. You do get a lot of players like Chris who are giving a lot back to the game, passing on their experience, and it brings a crowd in as well when an ex-Premiership player comes down and plays rugby at a smaller club.
Yeah.
Did you play against him yourself?
When I was at Tigers, we played against him a few times. Hell of a player. We always planned to stop him.
Yeah.
And yeah, so no, it was a privilege playing against people like that. And I think the league needs that.
Yeah, I think so. It's great to have ex great players, currently great players that who played in the Premiership, stepping down, passing on the experience, and bringing the crowds in as well.
Yeah, massively. Yeah. No, fair play, good player. So we're coming towards the end of the show. I think Loz just wants to mention our social media following and what's going on there.
Yeah, it's amazing that we've had so many views on YouTube. We really thank you for watching, giving us your time. We've had, I think it's 2,500 views across all the YouTube videos we put out, which is amazing. It's more than what we actually thought.
Yeah.
If you get the time, we would really appreciate you liking the video and subscribing as well. It's only a minute extra of your time, but it means a lot to us because it pushes us out to a wider audience.
Yeah.
Please help us out. Just like and subscribe and comment on the video. That's great.
We've also got a competition running.
So we've got a competition coming up in partnership with Wine Linley. To enter, please like, subscribe and comment on the videos. The prize is a meal for two at Wine Linley, which includes 2 glasses of house wine and 5 small plates. And the plates are not very small.
It sounds like a great prize, huh? Well, you've been, haven't you?
Yeah, the beef short ribs absolutely banging.
Please comment, like and share to enter.
I might win this though.
Yeah, so we'll let you know when this competition starts.
I'm not allowed to win it.
No, you're not allowed to enter, and neither am I. So we'll let you know when it starts. But yeah, look forward to that. Another show done. Next week we will be having Dickie Piper on from Click Eaton, also ex-Huddersfield captain. So that will be a great show.
It'll be great. That will be great to watch.
I can't wait to have a little chat with him and ask him some interesting questions.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm dying to know one of his stories. So,
I'm looking forward to that. And cheers for that pint, mate. I feel a bit weird, but we'll see you next week and appreciate you for watching. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you, mate.